Hi everyone. Well, just a few days ago, the NHS family came together to pay tribute to all those across the health and care sector who've lost their lives to coronavirus. Every single one of them, whatever job they were doing, was making a difference and helping others. I was so pleased that the country stopped to honour them. All our people are heroes, and we all want to pay tribute to those who've lost their lives. Both trusts took part in this nationwide initiative, joining with others across the country to remember those we've lost. You may have seen the Royal Bournemouth event, which was filmed by the BBC, or the pool service, which was covered by ITV. On a brighter note, it's really encouraging to see the improving picture at our hospitals, something that's reflected across the whole of the South West. Whilst there are still many challenges associated with COVID-19 and much to address them, it still needs to be done across society, it would appear that we've come through the peak of hospitalisations associated with this awful virus. And wasn't it amazing to pay tribute to Captain Tom Moore on his 100th birthday, now Colonel Moore? Indirectly, it was his fundraising efforts that have helped fund some of our wellbeing spaces across the trusts. And it was lovely to see a short film about Pool Space, the Bubble, featured in yesterday's breakfast programme. So let's all join together in wishing Colonel Tom Moore a really happy 100th birthday. So we can see signs now that Westminster's really thinking about how to lift the lockdown in a safe way. And we need to encourage one another and remember that there's much to be hopeful about. This week we received a letter from Simon Stevens, Chief Executive for NHS England, asking trusts to develop plans to step up non-COVID urgent services as soon as possible. Of course, this has to be done in a safe way with full attention to infection prevention and control, and protecting our staff and patients will continue to be paramount. I mentioned this last week that we'd started thinking about this locally, and we'll continue to build our plans now, building on all the innovation that's happened in recent weeks, not only within our trust but across the whole Dorset system. This was very much on our minds on Wednesday when we had our first ever virtual joint board meeting by video conference. The role of the Trust Board is of course to set strategic direction, oversee operational performance and ensure the effective management of risk. So with this in mind, you can see that the work of the board has never been more important. Good governance is always at the heart of everything we do, and in line with national guidelines, we've recently started to streamline our business to try and reduce bureaucracy and speed up essential decision making. At our meeting this week, the board received a report on the impact of COVID on our organisations. Members wanted to ensure that they were cited on all the challenges that this has meant for our staff and our services, and to receive assurance that all key risks are being properly managed. At the start of the meeting, board members heard first-hand from staff in our intensive care unit, and this enabled them to connect directly with those at the front line. Much of the board's attention was on the impact on our staff. Members needed to assure themselves that everything possible is being done to protect staff and to support their health and well-being. David Moss, our joint chair, formally expressed the gratitude of the board for all the hard work and dedication of our teams. We briefed our governors remotely, this time by telephone, because they too need to be kept engaged and informed. And I shall be placing a copy of my report on our websites so that staff, patients and members of the public can all be kept up to date regarding our position. Another really significant development this week, which was celebrated by the Joint Board and many others, was that the proposal to merge our two hospitals has been cleared by the Competition and Markets Authority. This is fantastic news. Working together as one organisation will have major advantages for staff and patients alike. We'll be better placed to provide high quality care, better placed to make really good use of our resources, and there'll be better opportunities for career development of all of our staff. So we're going to be working over the next few weeks with NHSI to get this transaction completed as soon as possible and to become the University Hospitals Dorset NHS Foundation Trust. So in closing, I'd just like to thank you again for all your hard work. Whether you're working from home or coming into the hospital, you're making a really important contribution. It is a privilege to be Chief Executive of two such amazing organisations coming together to form one, and to work with truly amazing people. Thank you for your ongoing support.